Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, RC Blue Jewels Designs. This is your girl Janet. So I'm just wanted to come to you all today and show you a good way to measure your press-on nails. Because generally when I send out my size kits to my customers, that's how I get them to measure their nails. I'm going to show you how I size. These are just medium almond tips from Una Gela that I bought off of Amazon. If you want to, if I'll post a link to these if you want to, catch these. So I'm just going to go ahead and, sorry if my hands look crazy, y'all. Please forgive me. I'm trying to take good care of them while I'm wearing my press-ons and also while I don't have them on. So I just put a little cuticle on. I just recently took off a set not too long ago. So just please bear with my nails. All right, so the first thing you want to do is, you can start with anything, but I like to start with the thumbs. Normally the thumb sizes are going to be like the biggest ones from 0 up to 2, because those are the sizes with the widest width, with the smile line is. So like this one right here, sorry, the way I have this camera, I kind of have to look over just to see. Okay, so this is a size 0. I know for me, this is going to fit my thumbnail, because the way that my nail beds are, they're like wide. So especially with this thumb right here. So I know that this is going to fit, but still, just to make sure, you want to make sure that you pick a size that's going to fit properly. So, and all you do is just you take the nail tip here, push that aside, and you want to line up the nail cuticle line to your cuticles like that, from sidewall to sidewall, and push down. Okay, now you see how that has a snug fit. It's a snug fit, nothing's overlapping. Okay, and then once the nails are filed, because what I do, I like to pre-file the nails before I start making my press-ons, and I file my own natural nails too. That way, the nails not only are going to fit, but they're going to look natural looking. Like people are not going to tell whether they're press-ons or not. That's the whole point. So you want it to look like this, okay? And you want to make sure that it's covering the nail as much as possible, so there's no air bubbles can get in it, or it doesn't, so it will prevent from premature lifting. Okay, and then now let's see if let's try number 2. Okay, so I'm just going to take this one, this is a size 2, and try to put it over this nail. Okay, yeah, now you see how there's a gap right here along the free edge, between the free edge and of my natural nail and the fake nail. You don't want that. That is a no-no. That will definitely cause lifting, and also cause little things to go up underneath the nail, that unwanted things that you don't want underneath the nails, which I know some of y'all probably would know. They're called greenies, and other things like dirt, debris, water, which causes greenies. So that's another reason why you want to make sure that the nails do fit your nail beds properly. Okay, so obviously the size 2 does not fit this. Okay, it's going to be this one here. Okay, all right, so I'm just going to leave that aside. So yeah, and then you're going to just repeat the same thing for all nails. So for my index, normally with indexes, from my experiences, they're probably going to range between, it also depends on the nail tips. that are being used, because not all nail tips are the same. Not all nail tip brands are the same. That's another thing to keep in mind when it comes to measuring your nails. And also, when I create my press-ons for my customers, I try to be consistent as much as possible with my nail tips, so that there's not a lot of problems with, because every nail beds are different. So some brands I may have to buy for certain particular nail beds, and some brands I buy for just like average nail beds. So whether you have flat nail beds or you have arches. So yeah, not always one brand or one brand of tips is not always going to be a fitting for all. But generally, on average, I do use the Una Gela. There's other brands that I do use as well. Just like I mentioned before, just in case. So, but anyways, but yeah, generally with the index fingers, they're going to be ranging from size 5 to about maybe 6 or 7. But like I said, it really depends on how wide and narrow your nail beds are. So right now, like as you can see, my nail beds are pretty much, just normal nail beds. They're not like super flat or anything. There's normal average size nail beds. Like my thumbnail is really wide, so which is why I have to put a size 0 for the thumb. Now for my index, from my experience, I can do a number 5, maybe a number 6. So this is what I mean by that. Let me see. I have a 3. Oh, yeah. Odd numbers are on the bottom. All right. So number 5 is right here. Okay. Sorry if y'all can't see it. All right. So this is a number 5. And as I said before, I have a little bit more experience. So I know for sure that this is going to fit my nail, because that's what I've been wearing. So again, you just line it up from the cuticle side, and then sidewall to sidewall, press it down. Okay, perfect fit. Sorry, I'm trying to get it where y'all can see it. Sorry, it's just the way that my camera stand is set up. It's just not working. Okay, right there. Nothing's overlapping. You don't see any gaps. That's what you want right there. Okay. So that's for my index. But if I try like let me see. Let me try a 6. Let's see how the 6 will do. Okay. Now the 6. This is a number 6. So this one is fine, but I can see, like, I have to like zoom real close. There's like a little gap right towards the top of my natural nail, like on the side, on the side walls, like right there where my thumb is pointing to right here. So it's either like, if you're in a situation where you didn't have any other choice, you can probably make this fit. You would just have to file your nails really good. And that's another thing. You want to file your natural nails too when you're wearing press-ons. So that's another thing about that. But for me, I know that the number 5 fits me a whole lot better, because I want to make sure that, nothing gets up under there. You don't want that. Okay. So number 6 is a no-no. All right. So yeah. So I'm pretty sure y'all get the gist of what I'm trying to explain. So yeah, but that's pretty much how you should measure the nail tips with your nail beds. When you get like a size kit, I mean, whoever, you order your press-ons from, if you get a size kit, which is, like I said, which I recommend getting the actual physical size kits, because that's just the best way, in my opinion, to ensure the proper fitting of your nails, and also to just making sure that you choose the right nail shape for your lifestyle. If you're someone that that does a lot of work and you don't want to have super long nails, like, that's not going to work for you. If you just want something that you can easily work with and manageable, something like this, this is just medium almond nails. you know, something like this would work, medium to short sizes, or just depending on how your nail beds are shaped. Like, I know with me, I can get away with square, I can get away with almond. Actually, I found that almond works really better for me overall. But I've worn stiletto. I can pretty much get away with any nail shape, just looking at my nail beds. Like, I can do square, as you can see, that kind of like square at the top, but then at the same time, sometimes, you know, my nail tips on my natural nails can kind of like form into like a rounded shape, so I can get away with maybe rounded, almond, and stiletto. So that's why I said I have pretty much average nail sizes. But then sometimes, you know, my pinky right here, like you can probably see, it's got a little damage right there. But yeah. But anyways, so yeah. All right. But yeah, so like I said, you all should have the get the gist of what I'm trying to explain when it comes to sizing up the nail tips to your nail beds. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, or any comments. Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section, as long as it's, you know, encouraging. That would be great. And I'm not saying I don't take criticism, but, you know, positivity is everything. But yeah, feel free to drop a comment. Let me know what you think, or if you have any other tips, just let me know. And I'm willing and open to learn. I've been doing this for 2 years, you know, creating and making press-ons, and I just found that this was like, I guess I don't know, my calling or whatever. It's just something that I enjoy doing whenever I have spare time. So I'm a busy woman. I am a mother, so I got a lot going on. All right, but enough of that about that. But anyways, yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and always remember, keep pressing, press on life. Bye.